Yay, thank you.
All right, everyone, welcome to our new movie podcast / YouTube show. I am your host, Mark Rubalcaba. I am new here, and I am joined by...
He is joined by Abel Pineda. I am a movie buff. I'm just obsessed with movies. And I'm the schmuck who recommended the movie we're about to talk about today. That's where I come from.
All right.
I'm Jose Rodriguez, and I like movies at 60 frames.
He likes movies at 60 frames for some reason. But, I don't think he realizes that when you watch it, they reduce it down to 30.
Yeah.
Come on.
Gemini Man was not reduced down to 30.
We're not talking
What
about
about Blu-ray? Like, you don't watch a Blu-ray.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. We'll get into that one never, hopefully. So like I said, I am your host, Mark Rubalcaba. This is a new podcast. I've put out a couple of videos, but I'm back in action now with a new team of movie buffs. But otherwise, I am a movie buff, but I think I'm more of a financial guy, more of an economist, let's say, by trade. This is more of a hobby, but I like it. I like it a lot. I like making movies. I like talking about movies and doing stuff, and that's why we are here. So today, as Mr. Pineda just said, what movie did you choose?
The movie I chose was directed by Woody Allen. Writing credits, Woody Allen. It is Midnight in Paris.
Midnight in Paris. Okay, we all saw the movie. I thought of the synopsis for this. Yeah. This is a story about a screenwriter / wannabe novelist who's working on it.
Yep.
And I believe he's on vacation.
He is on vacation trying to discover himself.
He is on vacation trying to discover himself, and he is soon to be engaged.
Actually,
he is engaged.
I think he is engaged.
Yeah, he is engaged to Rachel McAdams, whose parents are also out with him. But anyway, he is looking for inspiration in Paris for his novel. Now, what inspiration he finds...
It's a little out there.
It transcends
time and space.
Yes. The movie, I would actually say, is a romantic soft comedy, let's say.
Yeah.
So good to take the significant others to.
With a little bit of, if you want to look at it this way, sci-fi.
Yeah. And just to let you know, I am totally cool with spoilers. So if you're not in Spoilerville, don't want to be there, maybe check it out first. Because, I never want to tell someone not to see a movie, let's say.
I mean, I don't know if you could spoil this one.
I didn't know what it was. I don't think I even heard of it, to be completely honest with you.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I've never heard of it
until you told me about it. So,
okay. Well, see, like I said, I am a movie buff.
It flew under my radar.
I think it wasn't anywhere on your radar.
Yeah,
no.
But
wow.
It was. I'm gonna throw out the first thoughts on it. I'm gonna say I liked the majority of it. It was a easy watch.
Yeah.
There was a couple of what just happened. It wasn't as clear as I thought it would be, but I'm gonna give it a recommendation, just because I like Owen Wilson.
Oh.
I like Where It Goes. Did something happen?
Yeah. A movie I selected just got recommended.
Yeah, by that guy. This guy here who's got 2 thumbs.
More.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna recommend it. The strengths outweigh the weaknesses, I think, on this one. And if you're not necessarily a Woody Allen fan, because Mr. Abel said a minute ago, Woody Allen did direct it. It's a good introduction to maybe a Woody Allen-esque movie.
And another thing too, I forgot to mention, I'm also big into photography. That's one of my passion projects that I get fortunate enough to get paid to do. The whole intro to this movie just sets the tone so well, right?
I like the whole yellowish hue it had.
Yeah, it totally. If you know what I'm talking about.
Very sepia. If you ever set your phone or your camera to sepia and notice it's yellow,
more like I'll say Kodachrome 64. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
And no one knows what he's talking about.
He's just trying to join some
photography, right?
Yeah.
But I mean,
big boy on campus.
But hey, I guess it sets. So I think it set the tone because, well, one, you have this cool music that's totally Parisian as you're watching it. We'll say Parisian jazz or whatever. And when you're watching
I
it,
did
right?
enjoy the music a lot.
Yeah, the music, and it's throughout the whole movie, so it's always present. But it definitely sets the scene from and it's like a 3-minute intro. It sets it up so well. But
Yeah, it almost had like that dreamlike feel to it.
Well, movies don't have intros anymore. I know, like Danny Elfman, he would always try to he'd always tell the director, you got to put a main title sequence in the movie. You got to prep the audience for it.
yeah,
So it's something you don't see that much anymore.
the movie is 10 years old, so that could explain why you don't see it.
And
You're seeing it here. Yeah.
Well, I did enjoy it, but I didn't feel like it was one of those I need to watch it kind of movies. It was more like, yeah, I'll watch it.
I wouldn't be in a complete hurry to watch it again.
Yeah.
Let's say
I've seen it too many times to count.
you've seen it too many times to
That's
count.
the recommendation. I do recommend
His
it.
recommendation.
So definitely give it a shot. If it's on TV, watch it. If it pops on Netflix, watch it. And I do not think you will regret your time having it be watched. And I want to get into a point that I do like, a plus point, I'll say. So we're going to try to have a couple of points. A plus point that I liked is it was very, I'm trying to think of the word here, very literary, like authors, like author-like.
very-
Like, it was actually very,
In that sense, it was kind
loaded.
of tongue in cheek how literal it was.
yeah. I'm
It was literal.
trying not to pun myself.
Yeah,
Because
alliteration.
nowadays, I don't know if anyone knows who F. Scott Fitzgerald is.
Or Zelda Fitzgerald, which was a total curveball that she was even in the movie. Like they introduced his wife in there.
Yeah, and we got Ernest Hemingway in there, and they're all just hanging out. It reminds me of
Salvador Dali. Like, come on.
yeah, and we get into art with that. What's it called? You ever hear? You know what the $1 Million Quartet is?
I do not.
That was like the night that Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, who played the piano, who did Great
John-
Balls of Fire.
I have no idea.
Oh, I know that.
You know who
guy.
he is?
yes.
Jamie Lee.
Lord.
He married his cousin.
He married his
Yeah,
cousin.
he did. Oh, wow.
Underage cousin.
Okay, it was.
Very.
It's
Woody
not in this,
Allen-esque.
but anyway, I'm off topic there. But it was like two other guys, so it was a quartet,
Yeah.
right? But they were all there one night jamming at Sun Records, right?
Okay.
So to me, this was like Owen Wilson's $1 Million Quartet. But
Yeah.
the thing about Owen Wilson, once you get to know him, is that he is more into the 20s, that era of intellectualism, of philosophy, and
The Roaring Twenties.
Wait, like he himself or
No,
because the character? Yeah.
character.
So
Oh,
Mr.
okay.
Gill.
Talking about-
Mr. Gill.
Gill, the author, who
Andrew
Owen
Brooke, I
Wilson
believe.
portrayed. So his thing is he likes the nostalgia of the 20s, specifically the authors.
AKA Golden Age thinking, as it was dubbed.
Golden Age thinking. And the reason why this movie is borderline sci-fi is that he has discovered a time rift in some unusual fashion. And in a way, it kind of reminds me of Doctor Who has a TARDIS, and it's kind of a weird way to travel.
Yeah.
It's a old timey car or some form of stagecoach that just picks him up. So
He's walking
At midnight,
the streets.
though.
Yeah. So
he's not even walking the streets. He's just
so he's-
chilling.
So literally, the movie's title is Midnight in Paris. He's literally,
At midnight
walking
in Paris.
in Paris.
Yeah. At midnight, he goes back in time and is able to speak to his favorite authors,
Yeah.
who just happen to be in Paris whenever he seems to
In that
appear.
era.
And the funny thing that I thought was cool about this movie was his sense of time is different from their sense of time,
Yeah.
because it seems to be like weeks are going by as he goes back in time.
Yeah, I know. And the thing is, I've seen that. I just noticed that today after seeing the movie a ton of times.
But it was in some parts because there is one part right after he talks to Hemingway when
Yeah.
he gives him he tells him, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get my script or whatever, my
Yeah,
book."
his manuscript.
His manuscript, and he's like, "All right, bring it tomorrow."
Yeah,
And he brings back the next
I would be like thinking about the rules. Okay, something has happened here.
Yeah.
Like, how much time can I even make it back? Like, he seems so certain that he could just go back to like his hotel room
Yeah, I mean, there was a moment
after he's in the 20s.
Yeah, like there's one of the first jumps he does. We'll call them jumps. One of his
Yeah,
first
okay,
jumps.
fine.
So one of the first jumps that he does, he walks out of the room because he's so stoked about it. Just like Jose mentioned here, he's so stoked about it. He walks maybe 20 feet tops if we're measuring distance in a movie.
Yeah.
And he turns back around, walks over, and
Well, no, he's like, wait a minute. We never agreed where we would meet.
Yeah.
So then he runs back.
and then he walks up and it's a laundromat.
Yeah, but the funny thing is when he does find him again, he's the one in the thing.
Yeah.
It's almost like Grand Theft Auto rules. Like he just kind of knows where to stumble upon.
Yeah, like it's like this guy's the luckiest man in the world at this point. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, his first people that he runs into is
His favorite people.
yeah, Scott and Zelda Fitzgerald. Those are the first two people he runs into.
Yeah, go Great Gatsby bite. So what other point did you have?
I guess, and I have points here. I actually wrote them down because I have a terrible memory.
I know, right?
Even though I've seen this movie a ton of times already. So I wrote here. I wrote a few talking points. So
Dead air.
yeah, dead air. Sorry, guys. So this might be a little too. Hopefully, it's not too literary for a movie review thing. The way the movie makes you feel, like, did it make you guys feel like you've lost time seeing this guy kind of go back into a time that he kind of relishes?
I mean, did we feel like we lost time?
Yeah, like in your current life, does watching this movie, and I know you only saw it probably once or maybe you went through it twice, did it make you guys...
I went through it twice.
So you went through it twice. So did it make you feel like you were kind of like, man, this guy like is now going back in time to, technically to talk to these people
So
that
basically, do I wish I could go back in time and not watch it?
do you romanticize going back in time to fix something, to be better, or are you okay right now?
I don't know, man. You're talking to a guy who's actually had wishes granted, and I would like
and
to say
here we are.
I would like to say closure is closure is overrated.
Well, I feel for like him, it was it just like for him it answered some things he wasn't sure about.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, it did help him realize. Spoiler alert! If you care about that.
Oh, we're in spoiler
past that.
territory.
Yep. That he ends up breaking up with his fiance.
so yeah, the cop out.
Yeah, so that was a cop out.
I feel like they could have gone differently about that whole.
Yeah, it wasn't
part.
very subtle. It wasn't very subtle.
Yeah.
She even said that she had a crush on him. So it's like check and he was so checked out from that relationship. Like
yeah.
I didn't feel the chemistry there to begin with,
It didn't feel like he cared about her at any point in the movie. It was just,
or in his life.
Yeah. She didn't like Paris in the Rain. Come on. He doesn't like Paris in the Rain.
And
I've never
he's been
been-
talking about that for like 100 years, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they
that's the
didn't.
first thing he mentions too. Like when they first
when they walk
pick up
into
the
the
mom,
scene.
yeah, and they're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, like it starts raining.
Let's take a walk.
Yeah, and he's like, let's go walk, and they're all like, oh no, we're gonna go wet. No, I don't
And
wanna do
also
that.
they didn't seem to have the whole thing very planned. They kind of went there, and they went there with like their parents, right? And they're like, it was like some generational and friend. It was a group thing. Then like, oh, on Tuesday we're gonna go to this place. And it's like, really? I didn't agree to that. Like, what did you agree to? Did you just find yourself here? That's what I kept thinking when I saw this. I didn't like the secondary present time characters. Let's say.
Yeah, those are super boring. But
yeah,
had one real quick one to throw in here. It was sorry about that. It was like the director of photography must have had a field day at this place. Like just shooting this movie was freaking awesome. Like the whole thing. It was just the way it was shot was just so good.
that is one thing I did like because he talks about going on walks, and the movie does feel like a walk in Paris, and then you have the music in the background just playing, so it feels like you're going on a nice stroll with like if you had headphones on and you're just like enjoying the view. But the whole movie felt like that. Yeah. And then
You saw it twice.
Yeah, the second time I watched it was at 1.5 times.
Yeah, did you watch it at 1.5? Oh, how you doing? Oh my God, you're after jail. Look at that.
I had like I enjoy the part where he rips on the other guy, the one that his fiance is in love with.
The pedantic fellow, as you will know him if you watch.
He is the head vampire.
Shallow and
he is the head vampire.
He is the head vampire. No, there's no additional side.
This guy is that bartender in Tron too.
Oh yeah, he was that dick bar bartender.
Yeah, I mean,
He was also Frost.
He was also Frost.
He was also
That
Frost.
just reminded me of Family Guy. Shallow and pedantic.
This is shallow and pedantic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But carry on. Yeah. You
No,
have another point?
especially with the part where he talks about reading a book, and his fiance, "Did you really read the book?" He's like, "Why would I?"
Just
Like, just to make him look
shut
bad.
the dude up.
Yeah,
That was fantastic.
that was great.
One thing that I didn't catch, like I watched it right, and I did watch it like pretty carefully, but I didn't catch it right away. But I didn't realize that there were multiple time travels.
Oh yeah. You don't. So that's like super subtle too, because you don't notice it until I think he makes out with his like new love interest from the 20s.
His new paramour,
Yeah.
But she was kind of cute though. Like,
Marianne Cotillard.
Yeah,
She played. Why isn't her name on this list?
Goodness. Sorry, you forgot her name here. I guess it was.
The I Internet Movie Database forgot her name. Marianne Cotillard. You need to call your agent.
Yeah, that's a bad move,
Right?
Considering there's a lot of other famous people in this movie too.
And she's like a main character.
Yeah, she becomes. We'll say she's like a second phase main character.
she becomes a main character and just like randomly drops out. Like I understand why she dropped out, but it felt like
Dropped out of the
like the movie. Like it
well,
was just, like,
that was the end of the movie when she dropped out.
I
Yeah.
know, but like it just felt like because she was a love interest, and then she's like, "Oh hey, after this time travel, we just try after time traveling again."
I mean, she did put off that vibe of I'm just here for what is that thing?
A good time.
Here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, you know what else I liked about this movie? Men's fashion doesn't change.
No,
That was funny.
I was looking at Gil's Owen Wilson's character Gil, what he was wearing, and I was like, I still wear that stuff when I go to fancy events. It's
Yeah.
literally like a light blue shirt, khaki pants, and just the basic loafers you could find at like Kohl's or something.
Yeah, he stumbled upon 3 time periods as far as I can tell.
And we're all wearing similar stuff.
And no one's like, what the hell are you wearing?
I kept it waiting for that. I'm like, when are they going to say, "Hey,
He doesn't-
You're just
you-
kind of weird."
Yeah, so like we had so that you guys know the time references we're talking about are the 1920s, the turn of the century,
In present day.
well present day. No, and there was one last one.
Oh yeah, the Renaissance.
That was the
Yeah.
Renaissance, the Victorian era. So that was that was funny.
Yeah, that was
quick.
that was a low key punchline.
Yeah, it was.
that they did hint at where someone was talking about the Renaissance,
Yeah.
and then
Oh,
yeah,
So in that sense, I definitely feel like the movie does kind of give you this like sense of completeness, even though it doesn't feel like it ends that way, but it does end that way. If you guys know what I mean.
Well, and I liked where he ended up, and he ended up with actually I forget her name, but she's the latest Bond girl. She's
Yes.
she's James Bond's wife in the new movies.
Yeah, I've seen her before. I mean, I don't know
Why-
if I saw her
this is
before
the
'cause it was this
worst
movie.
IMDb sheet I've ever seen in my world in my life. But yeah, she's the latest Bond girl, and he ended up with her. But I was thinking, well, it in a great twist
Yeah,
if she was from the future.
oh,
that would have been.
That would have been
that would have been interesting, especially if she
that
went
would
back
have been
to-
full circle.
Yeah,
Oh, that would have been great
Like-
if she did like after he had published his book.
But no, not even that, because she worked in a souvenir shop.
Yeah.
So what if she was from the future,
That's true.
working in a souvenir shop
She had
in the
been his
past?
wife, and she already knew she
Yeah,
wanted him.
I almost think that's
That would
would
have
be-
been really cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That-
I think what
because-
was cool is how all rounded.
Oh
out,
wait,
though.
we never spoke. Well, the book is about a guy who owns this
Oh.
antique shop.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we just skipped that. So
yeah.
he owns a nostalgia shop. So it's a dude who owns a nostalgia shop.
Yeah, that's what the book is about.
yeah,
He's basing it off of his own life.
yeah. This dude, if it wasn't happening to other people, I would have been like, this guy sucks. He just fantasizes about like going back and doing this stuff.
Yeah, but he's all the way in Paris. He's like a millionaire. he's like, so the woes of the rich and famous. I want to live in a shack in Paris. And just
He's
walk
like, I'm going to
away."
buy a house in Malibu. Like Owen was, I'm going to buy a house in Malibu.
Give me all the rolls of cheese.
Yeah, and so his wife his fiance is saying they're gonna go buy a house in Malibu, and
She's gonna work in Hollywood.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm just gonna buy a shack or what do you say, an attic or something? What do you say? He's gonna buy something in some attic in Paris or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna live in some bakery basement or something.
He's like, give me sourdough and rats. I've got millions.
And it's not, but not a lot of French food talk though.
Yeah.
We missed out on that one.
Yeah, I think we only heard the
Baguette.
well.
Was there a baguette?
Oh, it was probably a baguette.
Bagoule.
How would you say it? Baguette?
Baguette.
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 Baguette. Do you roll a T?
Baguette.
Baguette?
It's
don't think you
double
roll a
T.
T.
Baguette.
Baguette?
Baguette. No.
You got to pronounce the E at the end. Baguette.
Yeah.
Remix.
My only negative that I think in this movie. Okay, actually, I almost want to give it 2 now, but I came with 1. But by the one I came in with was I don't think I like Mariana Cotillard's character. I don't like
She
the way
does feel like she was just interjected, right? Like it feels like they wrote the whole movie and then like, no,
yeah, like she
we
could
need
have
to make the studio happy.
she could have been a
Let's do
cameo
this.
when they first met her. But I don't like the fact that she was just kind of like I don't mind that she was like sleeping around,
Yeah,
but that's what she was doing.
that's what she did.
Like she was just hitting up like
Well,
She's a slut without-
he called her an art groupie, and she's like, "What's that?" I was just like, "Never
and
mind."
he still went after her.
it.
yeah, right. And
He wanted a turn.
he couldn't find another.
That's terrible, man.
Yeah, I almost think that he should have had
It's like being thirsty for swamp water.
an affair with Fitzgerald's wife. What's her name?
Zelda.
Zelda.
Come on, we got 2 gaming nerds here. Zelda Fitzgerald.
Okay, good.
Zelda is
her name's on
for
this
you
list, so
guys.
that's good.
I feel like I've seen her too. What's
Yeah, she's on here.
I like that he gave her Valium. He's like, "What's that?"
the pill of the future?
I googled, do people still take Valium? I don't hear a lot of
Yes.
Valium. It's
Well, there's Valium.
yeah, it's got a new names or something.
Yeah, but
It has
it's
the
not
same
taken as
name.
much as it was in the past.
Because your kidneys.
Oh,
You got to sacrifice some stuff for happiness.
do you have a spare?
You have a spare. You do have siblings, you know.
Yeah, blood types.
That's
hope
what
they
babies
match.
are for.
There we go.
I thought there was like this funny little thing when
Yes.
they're dancing. One of the chicks just like it looks like she was waiting for the action.
Wait,
Oh, you mean the extra?
yeah.
Oh, you got it.
I mean, here's like the weirdest thing. And
Okay.
It's gotta be a thing that. Oh my god, I forget his name. He played Salvador
Dolly.
Dali, and his name is not on here. I always forget.
We got Daniel Lunch on this thing.
I mean, the dude that plays Salvador Dali played Jesus Christ.
Jim Caviezel?
Jim Caviezel. There we go.
He was
it Jim?
Salvador. No, he
No,
wasn't. No,
It was.
Salvador Dali was like a little
He
dude.
looks like Jim Caviezel. Whatever.
Oh, you know who was in this movie? Was kind
It
of
wasn't Jim Caviezel.
Adrian Brody.
Oh yeah, he was.
Oh, it was Adrian Brody.
Yeah, you're talking about Adrian Brody, and he wasn't Salvador Dali. Oh, he was.
He was Salvador.
Yes,
Dali.
yes. I was
How
thinking.
did-
I was
how
thinking about
did I get
Picasso.
that wrong. Jim Caviezel looks nothing like him.
Nothing.
Have you seen?
Yeah, Adrian
His
Brody.
nose?
But to be fair though, Adrian
movie.
Brody wasn't a Predator movie for some reason.
That was weird. But I mean, that was like for me.
I thought that was hilarious. Like the hippos.
No, he said the rhinoceros.
The rhinoceros.
I mean, that's like the weirdest thing. So this movie was weird to begin with. It's just like a weird premise, and then you get a dude who's somehow comparing relationships to 2 rhinoceri. Rhinoceri?
Rhinoceroses.
Rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros.
Add the S's.
Rhinos.
He
That was
went
funny,
full
like a tear.
sand on that acting though.
And in the tier,
Yeah,
another man.
I also liked who played
Was it
Ernest Hemingway. He had a
Yeah.
good.
So
he,
that
he
guy
just
was
wanted
the
to fight
bad
people.
guy in Ant-Man. I forget his name.
Oh yeah,
Corey
yeah.
Stoll.
Corey Stoll. He's on. here.
Yeah, that guy is.
Thank
that
you,
guy
world.
is freaking awesome.
I liked
Corey
how they
Stoll looked
had
good
all
with
these.
long hair. Hey Corey, get a wig. Probably get more roles.
I don't know. Patrick Stewart's doing all right.
He's Patrick Stewart.
That's true.
That's
Yeah.
Picard.
There's only one Patrick Stewart.
I think he gets cast as Patrick Stewart.
Yeah,
Logan.
I don't think that was okay. We'll talk about that another time. We'll talk about the woes of the Marvel X-Men controversy.
What do you mean, like the only good movies, Logan? Sorry.
All right, let's not taper off too far, guys.
Yeah, we'll
Chop it up.
let's come back to 20th century.
Yeah.
20, what do you call it? 20th decade? The Roaring 20s.
No, the Roaring 20s. 20th century.
Roaring 20s.
No, it's not the 20th century. Jeez. I mean, no, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It is
We're in the
20th
21st century now.
21st.
Remember how he's like, I gotta tell someone I'm from the 21st century. Who says that? If I was chilling with dudes in the 20s, I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm from the year 2021,
Yeah.
and then be like, that makes sense. I'm from the 21st century. What does that mean? Like,
That feels like you're way too far.
like is that a bar?
It's like I don't have that in my Rolodex.
I would, or maybe I'd say I'm from the future.
Yeah.
That makes a little more
No,
sense.
here's one thing I didn't understand is like later on when he goes back to the present and he's looking at the phonograph, listening to the album.
Oh, to Cole Porter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. And he buys a record, and I'm just like, why don't you just get one from the past?
Well, I don't think Cole Porter was famous then. I think he was just playing in a speakeasy. I'd say.
At that rate, it's like get some lottery tickets
because
play some bets.
Well, I'm just saying, like, who was that guy he went up to, and he was like, "Oh, you should make a movie about like this family they're having, or friends that are having a dinner.
They can't get out of that room.
They can't get out.
Why can't they get out of the room? What's wrong with them?
Reminds me of another movie that I will recommend. Not yet. Future.
Okay. Yeah, we'll figure out. Maybe at the end we'll figure out what we'll watch next. But we're talking about this right now.
Yeah. So,
have any of you ever been to France?
I have not been to France. I do want to go to France. I am a romantic sometimes, I think to myself. But I mean, Paris in the rain sounds awesome. Like
everywhere in the rain is awesome.
No, have you been in South Central in the rain?
Touche.
It smells like garbage.
I don't think that's the rain.
I think. Yeah. Have you been in South Central?
I mean,
it
if you
smells
live
like
in
garbage.
South Central, sorry, but not sorry. I've worked there. I've worked there for years.
I mean,
it doesn't smell any better.
take some
there.
pride, guys. Clean your city.
That's Los Angeles. That's Los Angeles County, which we live in.
Take some pride, guys.
All right. Stop
I mean,
dunking
would
on.
you want to go to Paris? I'm not inviting you. I'm not.
Yeah, let's go to Paris, buddy.
You're definitely not.
It'll be
coming.
romantic.
Maybe like in the year 2000. Not right now.
Yeah. No. Go in the 70s.
Yeah.
We're going
Back
to
when it was nice.
Actually, yeah. The 70s is like Adam Carolla says, pre-AIDS and mid-coke.
Oh, of course. Hey, Adam, if you ever listen to this,
let's get lit.
Dude. Cat's out of the bag.
I didn't say
cat
that.
is weird.
The cat is got one eye and three legs.
One eye and three legs.
Yeah, it makes you think about it, right?
One eye and three legs.
I'm like trying to decide which leg would be missing. So it had to be one of the front legs.
Why are we talking?
Because
I have no idea what we're talking
where
about.
this come? Is this a thing?
Anyway, so I would like to
You
go to
broke
Paris,
my brain.
but
what
before
happened? Did they stand on a grenade?
like it got the way it is.
Okay, so I mean that was a great talking point. So let's see.
And no masks. That's awesome.
Yeah, no mask, dude. Come on.
And they just came out with the Spanish flu too, probably.
Yeah, they probably.
I didn't really care for Rachel McAdams' character mainly because she felt like
She
she
was
was
a-
just,
Everyone in
say
the
it.
present sucked.
She was a.
but no,
Thunder
not
Sea.
you know what? No.
Thunder Sea.
Like in the beginning, she did
Slaps.
try though. In the beginning, she did try, and then he was just like, nah, I'm gonna go for a walk. Nah.
Where did she? Because she kept ditching him.
She's kind of brash. She was going with
She
her
kept
the
with
dude she was cheating with, dude.
But it was mainly because he was all like, nah. At first, he was like, nah, I don't want to go. And then
Yeah.
after that, he was like, do whatever you want. I
yeah,
don't
so
care.
she was leading with the Paul character, the pedantic fellow, as you guys will know once you watch this movie.
I did think it was dickish of Owen Wilson Gill to try and give his Marion Cotillard his 20s girlfriend her earrings.
Oh yeah,
That was
earrings.
lame.
That was so tacky.
No,
Don't do that
The help.
ever.
The help.
He couldn't
The
afford new ones in Paris. Like he couldn't just buy like her like new earring. Or what if he gave her a watch? Like
Yeah.
something from the future.
An automatic winding watch that would blow her mind.
That was that was one of the things that felt tacked on. That was one of those things that like you could tell like was it Woody Allen backed himself. How am I going to get them to get him to catch her?
That's very Woody Allen.
It reminded me of this joke about pearl necklaces.
And we'll see you guys next time. We're trying to get popular, not shut down.
Anyways,
Yeah.
no, that's what I'm saying about that. But no, it felt very childish because it was like so what happened to them? Then she's like, oh, we need to call the investigator. And he's like, oh, it was in the bathroom.
Hey,
Yeah,
sorry.
let me get the hotel doctor, the hotel investigator,
Who has a hotel investigator?
the hotel dog catcher.
Like I've been to swanky hotels before, and there's no way there's a hotel investigator. It's
I
called
guess
the
we don't-
floor manager.
No, we don't have enough money to afford
And
that.
she's 19. Excuse me. The hotel doctor. That was the good one. He'll be right. You know how long it took them to like fix like a light bulb or something that was out in my room? Like they didn't show up for like 2 hours. What is he doing?
Jeez. I've had a fridge delivered to my room.
What?
Yeah, I remember I was at a hotel and I was like,
I don't remember.
I don't know why I start things like that as if someone.
Dude, you remember I was in a hotel? I'm
I was-
like, where they? Whoa.
Okay, first
Like,
of all,
you know, it's like
which time?
colloquialism,
Because there's
right?
like multiple times that you've gone to hotels, I'm sure.
I haven't been
Yeah,
to a
Like,
hotel in
which
years.
of many?
Well, I mean, they used to put me in there for work because we'd work out in the middle of the desert, so they'd pay for you to stay in a hotel. But anyway, yeah, I remember I was at the DoubleTree and it was like they put us in a fancy room for work and we were training and stuff, and I guess we're gonna be there the week. And
Wait.
We
Did
didn't have a fridge.
did this hotel have a hotel doctor?
I didn't ask.
You need to
now
know.
we don't know how
you-
fancy
They
it
probably had a
was.
witch doctor,
You need
though.
his name
Yeah, like
and his degree and everything.
we would have known how fancy it was. We could.
Do you think a hotel doctor would be better than like a regular doctor? You know
No,
what?
It'll be the doctor from The Simpsons.
When I was Nick Riviera, hi everybody.
Licensed for 20 years.
I a long time ago when I was a little kid though,
In a galaxy far, far away.
in a galaxy far, far away,
Damn.
we actually did get food poisoning in Mexico,
Ooh, that sounds about right.
and my parents
Jose?
called a doctor.
I've actually never gotten food poisoning in Mexico, but I've actually gotten it here in the U.S.
I've gotten it here in the U.S. and in Mexico. But anyway,
I've only got it here.
we stayed in a hotel,
I
You've
said
only
that.
been here.
and a doctor came to.
I've gone to
visit-
Mexico.
visit us.
Shut up.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Carry on. Sorry.
What? I don't know. I'm saying a doctor came
Oh,
to give us pills in Mexico. Maybe it's a thing in other countries. But I have been on an airplane where they said, "Is there a doctor on the airplane? Is there a doctor on the airplane?" It's happened to me before.
Actually, I had that when I was
I
flying
have
in
a
from Florida.
PhD in Scientology.
Let's pause, take a quick break for our sponsors. We'll be back in a second. All right, everybody, welcome back to our new movie podcast. I still think we're doing. I think we're going with the Clubhouse movies, but we'll see. Maybe I'll do this.
Air quotes.
I'll put my hand in front. Yeah, the new podcast. Insert later. And we're talking about Midnight in Paris. I think we.
Starring Owen Wilson and Rachel McAdams as the top build.
And according to IMDb, no Marianne Cotillard.
Insert paper sounds.
I don't even answer. There it is.
Fresh off the presses, guys.
Who did that?
Why
Roaring
were her
20s.
parents so annoying?
What?
Like, I get that they don't
Oh my
like
God.
Owen Wilson, but
Yeah, and they hired a private. Why didn't he do that when they're in LA?
Yeah.
I'm very-
Also, hey, that private investigator kind of looked like the bad chef from Ratatouille. Is that just me?
I don't know about that. But wouldn't it have been funnier if the private investigator was always the fat guy?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? You're like, oh, this guy's gonna like be funny, but like
The fat bad guy.
he's like,
detective.
don't worry, we'll take care of this skinny guy. You remember that? He's like,
He's like,
what
Give me the
I
sheets.
want to know about that is
sorry, I'm blocking your shot.
no. Like, why
Star
did he
White.
go to that time? Like, what did he love about that time? Can we get like a background movie just for this guy?
you know what? He
He
knew.
was a Hollywood hack.
Yeah, he knew all the literary icons were there.
No. I mean the investigator, because he went back and he saw the Queen and King.
Oh, he went to the Renaissance era.
Yeah, like we went really far.
We don't know the rules of time travel.
Well, Yeah, so he said it was like a time
It
warp,
seemed
right?
to be because he really liked the
And he got-
1920s,
And he got
so
picked
that's
up
when he
at the
went.
same place.
Here,
Yeah.
this is what I think happened. You guys ready for what happened
mind
outside?
blown.
So they went. He was following Owen Wilson, right? He followed the car into the 20s, right? And then he went in the 20s. Maybe he didn't understand what was happening, and when he was,
kept driving.
and then he followed him to the turn of the century, like the 1800s, turn of the century. And then Marianne Cotillard or someone said like, I wish I can go to the Renaissance. And when he said that, he was outside watching, like inside the bar.
Yeah. And he probably turned around. And
If he turned around and a stagecoach came, he said, "Come on, buddy, come on!"
Yeah.
And it
Same
happened to
rules apply,
him.
right?
It happened
That
to him.
makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about a time rift here, it's gonna be. It's the rift
Yeah.
isn't gonna change place, right? I mean, if we're
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
what I
these
figured. Like,
crazy
somebody
physics-
had to mention a location or something, because when she spoke about where she wanted to go, they went.
it manifested.
Yeah,
See? Sci-fi.
yeah.
So yeah,
I was thinking,
but
like,
no, I just think it would have been funny if like we got like a little more besides the whole off with his head.
I mean, that was pretty funny how it ended.
well, what they should have done was he got out, because I think it would be dark if he died.
Yeah,
He didn't need to me, he didn't need to die. But I it's going back to what you were saying. Like, what a lousy like father-in-law. Like, if you're gonna spy on your future son-in-law, do it where he lives. Like,
yeah.
do
like,
it in
they must have
L.A.
been dating for a while. If
It's like,
Been their fiance.
he's on vacation. I'll hire a guy to follow him. It's like, he's on vacation. Like, you know how hard it is to like get around when you don't know how to get around.
yeah,
He stumbled upon a crack in the space-time continuum and all, but he didn't expect that.
yeah, an accident. That was crazy. Like he just wanted to be in the 20s.
Also, the funny thing is, he was spying on the son-in-law or future son-in-law. Yeah, his daughter was the one going
Fornicating.
around.
Right.
I mean,
what if he discovered that?
yeah, like,
Yeah, like I feel like they were way too cool with that. I mean, obviously they didn't care about him, but I feel
Yeah.
like they were a little too.
yeah. It's
cool
like,
with
oh,
that.
it's all right. My daughter can go sleep with her
It's like we're rich,
old,
whatever.
her old,
Yeah, I mean,
whoever
but
she likes.
it was like
but
you're getting this main character guy who's this guy who's going to be this, like, he seems like he's this in this bohemian type of phase in his life, and he's super out there. And then you got these two parents who are definitely way more conservative than he will ever be in his entire lifetime.
You know the dad. You know what I remember him from?
Probably the same thing I remember from.
Was it Ghostbusters?
Yeah,
He was the bad guy in Ghostbusters. He was the bad guy in Ghostbusters too. He was the Peck that wasn't the Peck. Oh my god, that was so funny though. I don't want to talk about Ghostbusters right now. We'll talk about Ghostbusters when the new one comes out.
maybe.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be better than Ghostbusters 2016.
also, that conversation never really ended because, like, oh yeah, I hired somebody to follow him, and then I was like, oh yeah, well, what news did you get? It's like, I don't know, he got lost, and then you cut to him getting lost, and then they never go back to the conversation. It's just like gone.
Oh,
So conversation done.
that's the convention in movies where people apparently don't talk to each other when they're driving.
Yeah.
We can't say anything. It'll cut down like from The Simpsons. We can't say anything. It'll ruin the suspense. What were you gonna say?
That's great. It's like when Peter hit his, sometimes a character will get hurt. Peter hits his knee, except they stayed with him the entire time he was going through his pain. It's something you don't do.
Dude, I haven't seen like an episode of a new episode of Family Guy in like since 2008,
Oh man,
2009.
it's been a while since I've seen it. I think the last time I actually
Because
sat down and watched
we're
episodes
talking
was
about
years
Golden
ago.
Oldies Family Guy, not like new Family Guy.
Yeah. I don't even remember the last time I watched it.
I don't know. I remember I was buying the DVDs, but then
Yeah, I had the DVDs too.
Yeah, DVD.
Ooh,
Oh my god,
digital
Oh.
versatile discs.
No, I remember buying the first 2 seasons. You remember, right?
Yeah,
I do remember.
I bought it with my Footloose.
As much as I'm a movie guy, I never bought actual discs of movies.
what?
Yeah, no, and I would rent a lot of them.
Oh
Yeah, I would rent a lot of them.
no,
And then,
Clerks.
oh yeah, no, I bought Clerks. Oh man, can't go wrong with Clerks.
Yeah.
No, I
I've never seen Clerks.
holy.
There was like a lot of like too many loose ends. I think.
so
or
the entire mood of the
incompleteness.
movie. What did you feel like? As far as like, I guess we're tying this up. So as far as the story arc
Arc.
goes,
What was the question?
tongue tied. As far as the story arc goes, were you comfortable with the series of events that led to the end of the movie? Like, were you
Yeah,
satisfied?
I think it was a mostly satisfying ending. I think the only thing that I would have improved on, like I said, would be awesome if he ended up with a time traveler.
Yeah,
That would
A
have been
future.
I agree with that.
If
that would have been given better closure. I
if
think.
his future girlfriend
Yeah.
was from the future, that would have been cool because then then everything would have been in sync. But other than that, it was fine.
Because the groupie did stay in the passed, right?
We don't know.
We don't know.
I believe she did.
We,
She said bye.
we don't know the
That
rules.
doesn't mean- yeah,
we don't know the rules for all we, because it seems like for Owen Wilson,
He would go
things
back.
reverted back at a certain.
Yeah, so we're not talking about super
Cinderella
limits here.
rules at a certain
Yeah.
time. Everything the pumpkin turned back. Because to me, Marianne Cotillard, I don't know her character's name. The stupid list.
The art groupie.
Yeah, the art groupie. She was always chasing things, so she didn't want to go hunting, but she went anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was never happy, and she never would be happy. Owen Wilson could be happy. He knew what would make him happy, and he probably dodged the bullet on that one.
An art groupie would make him happy for a few moments because she learned some stuff from. In the
the French prostitutes.
Yeah,
she
the
paid
one
them
that
to
they
learn
paid,
their French prostitute ways.
I felt like that was a bit unnecessary, to be honest.
Well, how do you feel about the movie? I mean, we hear Marcus's.
It's all right.
Would you recommend or pass?
I don't. It's one of those movies I would put on in the background and like glance at every now and then. Like, cool.
I to me, this is a movie if you are going out with a girl who doesn't know anything about sci-fi and you want to watch like
That's fantastic.
if you want to watch like a chick flick, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And just kind of like, it's a chick flick that's also sci-fi-y.
Yeah, and you get to hear Hemingway say he wants to fight somebody.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did
what is-
you
what is-
box?
You want a box?
Yeah, did you box?
You box?
Who doesn't want to hear that?
Well, also,
I did like that though. I did like that a lot.
I-
the artists.
I do think that it was beneficial that there were a lot of literary artists in it, because I don't
Totally
think
made the movie for me.
I don't know who knows F. Scott Fitzgerald anymore. Even though Great Gatsby was required reading
Yeah.
in my thing, I mean,
And the movie
same
was
for
pretty
me.
big. The new movie.
Leonardo DiCaprio, the movie, right? But who knows who wrote it, right?
Yeah.
And then the other thing is,
adapted.
like, Mark Twain. I think Mark Twain is going to get canceled. They mentioned him. He
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
in the movie, but he probably would. If this was a 3-hour movie, he probably would have.
Yeah.
But I think Mark Twain's going to be canceled in like
No, I believe it.
like yesterday.
Yeah.
yeah.
A literary icon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nobody can handle words these days.
yeah.
They're written on pages.
Sticks and stones.
Will
Words.
break my bones.
Actually,
as
this
well as
movie
words.
was very accessible. It wasn't.
Yeah.
There was no. Oh, there was some political
It was
right left
it was-
stuff.
Yeah,
but it was tongue in cheek. It wasn't.
1 minute long tops.
Yeah, exactly. So that was good. So it's a very easy watch. And like I said, if you want to see
Yeah, and my wife
It's
doesn't
enjoyable.
like. Yeah, my wife doesn't even like Owen Wilson. She likes chick flicks, I guess you could say, but she actually sat down and enjoyed this movie thoroughly. For the first time, she was like, "Wow, this is really good."
I will say, I don't remember him ever saying, wow. Wow.
He didn't, yeah. I mean, albeit, I think that's a
Wow.
newer Owen Wilson.
wow.
Wow.
If you don't like his acting, you better learn to like it if you're going to watch the new Loki show.
Yeah, Loki's gonna be good. Owen Wilson looks old in that movie though.
In the show,
In the
he's
show,
old.
he looks so old.
I mean, he's an
Wow.
old dude now.
Yeah.
10 years
I used to
from
like Owen Wilson. I haven't seen a lot of him. I think he had some personal problems. He hasn't been making a lot of movies lately.
Yeah, because he got with Rachel McAdams in real life. They
Did he
broke
really?
up. Yeah, they were together for real.
I used to get Rachel McAdams and Rose McGowan confused.
Mhm.
And then
I
Rose
like
McGowan went
Rachel
crazy.
McAdams way
I was like,
better.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't see the names, but I don't know.
So Rose McGowan was with Marilyn Manson at one point,
Mm-hmm.
and she was also in Charmed, right? She was in Charmed.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Probably. I don't
Yeah.
remember that show too much.
Yeah, me neither.
But,
Okay.
but
Midnight in
yes,
Paris.
I do recommend that movie,
Yeah.
by the way.
It's
What-
campy.
Which
I
one?
believe.
I do recommend Midnight in Paris.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
That's
Good.
that's a thumbs up for me, obviously. I recommended the freaking movie.
Yeah, I'll give it a thumbs up too. There were just some two-dimensional characters I didn't care for a whole lot.
Yeah.
A lot of NPCs.
Yes. Yes. And that's
Non-playable
that's the one thing I didn't
character,
really like.
guys.
Yeah, non-playable, sorry.
Non-playable character because who knows what.
They were just like
But
background
so
characters.
what about you, Jose?
You
don't have to agree with
It's not
us.
on my priority. It's not up there
It's
for
a
me.
simple yay or nay.
Do you have time to waste? Go for it.
If you have time to waste,
Go for it.
go for it. This is a
Solid.
what is
okay.
okay? What is if this is if you have time to waste? So you're saying in a bad movie, you don't even waste time with it?
Yes. unless it's really, really bad, like The Room.
Well, The Room is niche. Remember Picasso and like the expressionism? The Room is expressionism. It's not a real movie.
So is film.
It's not a bad movie, but I'd feel
Trying to
like
make a movie,
it is
not
one
a
of those
film.
movies I'd forget about. But it also depends on who watches it. For me, it's not for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Have you seen a movie that's not for you that you liked?
good point.
Yeah, I don't know.
think of one.
Velocipaster.
What?
What?
Velocipaster.
Is that real?
Yes, it is. It is amazingly bad.
Oh no.
I just going talking about bad movies now. I think like the worst movie I've ever seen, Tears of the Sun with Bruce Willis.
Oh,
Such a
can't even recall that movie.
it's such a bad.
I've only seen the cover.
It's such a bad made movie, and I remember watching it and thinking like, this movie is so
No.
bad.
You know which movie was terrible? It's super misogynistic of me. The Ocean's
8.
Ocean's 8.
Oh, the Sandra Bullock
so
one.
that you guys know I'm not misogynistic or anything. I took my wife.
He
to
has
see
a
this
wife.
one. No, my wife.
White people beat their married people.
It's terrible. He's going nowhere with this fast. It's burning. Anyway, right back to it.
Get the hook.
Yeah, it was terrible. Oh my god, I paid to watch this in theaters. Like I paid good money
I paid
to watch this. And
Please tell me you didn't buy
I worked
popcorn.
2 weeks to watch this
Oh,
movie.
Did
God.
you buy popcorn? That was probably
so
like the
many
best
snacks.
thing.
I always got
The snacks were the best thing.
It's an event when I go watch a movie. It's like we pay for the fancier seating in the Dolby Theater if we can get those, and then we definitely pay for like
$10
the
for
cooked-
M&Ms.
Yeah, the cooked meals, the pizza and chicken tenders, living it up over there. And yeah, I could not watch that movie. I fell asleep a few times watching it, going, "When is it going to be funny?"
Okay.
Because the
yeah.
commercials had all the funny. It was all the funny, but it was like 30 seconds of commercial, and that was
I
all
think
funny.
from what I remember in that movie is they just framed her ex-boyfriend. Like they just railroaded him. I don't even think he was like a bad guy. Like I think it was just like an
Yeah, they
ex-boyfriend.
just didn't like him because
Yeah,
he was
that
like
was
a
a-
and he's
dick or
going to
something.
jail for life
And the
now.
thing is, he was wasn't he one of the main guys in Ocean's 11?
I don't remember.
Was it Anthony Garcia?
I
What's his
think
name?
he
Something-
No, it
was-
wasn't Andy Garcia. It was somebody else. Okay, I don't know.
Well,
Off topic.
yeah.
You need a bad movie.
Yeah, you need to jump in here.
What's your worst take? What's the worst movie you think of all time?
Man, worst movie. I've seen so many though.
You gotta have a movie that's like, oh my god, this movie is so bad.
Yeah.
Like I hate like you like.
Which one
I'll tell you what movie I walked out of that I've never.
Oh, which one? One of the others?
It was Identity with John Cusack.
I can't even recall that movie.
Good. Okay, that movie was like that. There was like 3 twists in that movie, and then by the second twist, I was like, "Why are we even watching this movie?" And I left because there's a
M. Night
murder.
Shyamalan right in front of you going, "What a twist!"
Yeah, it was. Oh, he had an orgasm.
I did not think of this many twists.
He's like writing notes.
It was
He's
a
like,
murder.
"This is some good stuff, guys."
It was a murder mystery that didn't happen.
And the murderer was like, "Jesus, where am I going?"
It was
with
all in
this?"
his head. Going back to like your Joker thing, it was like, but it didn't happen. We know it didn't happen, and
This is
then
from a previous conversation, guys.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Joker.
we'll talk about Joker
Yeah,
later.
next
We'll
time.
do a whole episode about Joker, maybe. But you need a bad movie, dude.
Yeah,
You get-
bad movie.
Oh man,
There's
I've
a-
seen too many. Like,
Whatever your
I've seen-
family recommended.
what would I recommend?
No, what did your family recommend? Like what did your mom recommend? And you guys were like, your mom was like, "Let's go watch this," and you went with her, and you're like, "Let's not go watch this." ever again."
any Tyler Perry movie?
you know
watch
what?
one, you've seen them all.
Yeah, okay, you're right. You're right about that.
You know what I think?
I'll give you that one.
With Tyler Perry movies, it's when you watch them.
Yeah, and the thing about Tyler Perry movies is that they're not like bad, but they're like Lifetime movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they are what
enjoy
they
good Lifetime movies.
they are what they're trying to be.
Yeah, he's not pulling any punches there. He really is just going for his audience, and he knows who he's getting.
Yeah, sure.
I got super mad props for Tyler Perry. He's got this. You know,
Oh, yeah.
he knows what he's like.
got his thing, man.
Like to me, like M. Night Shyamalan sold his soul
Shout
to
out
the
the
devil.
Jokers. They did their
He sold his soul to the devil. Like, how does he keep making movies?
Wait! I got the bad movie.
Yeah, okay.
This is Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh, that sucked.
All right.
No,
I've heard
you know
that.
You know what's my favorite thing
I haven't even
about
watched
this
it,
though?
I can agree.
My favorite thing about this is all these anime fans will be like, oh no, we can't let Hollywood make a movie. I liked Ghost in the Shell. It was made in Hollywood.
That was really good.
But Dragon Ball Evolution was made by an Asian man. So
There you go. You know a movie I didn't like that was made by an Asian man? Mission Impossible 2. What was wrong with that movie? That movie turned me off to Mission Impossible movies forever, and no other movie is made like that.
I think I like that movie the most.
It's so dumb.
I know.
Remember when the girls dancing and they turned that into a wipe?
Why was that a wipe? What?
It was a wipe.
I think I liked it so
And
much.
they did it like 3 times.
Like, dude, no joke. Like, my favorite scene in the movie was that he's like climbing up this mountain,
Well, like William
out
Shatner.
in Utah. And it's like you're watching, you're like, damn, that's cool.
I remember-
And then the rest of the movie, you're like, you just do that.
I remember, like, look at me. I'm Tom Cruise and I got long hair and sunglasses.
I feel like we.
And not that I have perfect teeth, but my God, do one of his like main teeth like line up right with his nose? Like, what's up with that? It's like he smiles to the side
Oh, don't look at my teeth.
while he's looking at you.
Or like Clint Eastwood, and he's like, "Dig a look at me."
Honestly, a lot of live action anime movies are bad. Bad.
He's our in-house anime specialist.
Yeah.
All right.
So we got
At least we have one.
Fullmetal Alchemist. Bad.
Never
Bleach.
ever.
Bad.
Stuff I use in some clothes. Just kidding.
Attack on Titan.
Why is it called Bleach?
Terra bad.
Because he's white.
I'm serious.
No,
Is
he's
that
Asian
it?
with orange hair.
Is he Asian? He looks like he's a white
He's Asian.
character.
Yeah. He's Asian.
But have they ever acknowledged it? Like in the first episode, they're like, "Yeah, man, that guy's hardcore. We call
I
him
think it has to
Bleach."
do with like his hair. Even though his hair was like supposedly red.
Orange.
Yeah, orange.
And why they call it
I've seen it. I've seen the anime, not the movie.
I've seen my problem
I don't mind anime.
with Bleach
At all.
anime
I like anime. Just
is that they talk the entire fight. And they're like, "I'm going to kill you so good because you
Man,
killed."
Get some Die Hard in there.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm gonna talk with my bullets.
Yeah, for you just
Nothing will
killed a
ever top
helicopter
Dragon
with a
Ball.
car that was out of bullets.
True Dragon Ball Z.
True lies.
Is it weird that like remember Live Free Die Hard like the last okay one
Yeah.
is kind of happening now where people are like hacking like
Yeah.
our infrastructure.
Like for real?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, where's the crazy Russian dude?
Hacking.
He's there. Like he exists. That's a scary thing.
Yeah, we're gonna drop a tinfoil hat.
How do they? How does your IT department suck so much?
Well, it sucked.
I don't know. IT guy, tell me.
It sucked in the movie because the guy who
And
set
that's
it
my
up,
job.
the guy who set it up was the one who did it. Right? It was Timothy Olyphant.
Yeah.
But in real life, like, why even connecting to the internet? I mean, I know why you like you connect like the personal computers, but like the dam, like it's just on and off or whatever, or the pipeline. Like,
That's
why
my thing. Why
did you connect it to the internet?
if you're not going to update? Like, what's the whole point?
Do you think
why?
like the manager was just like working from home? Like, remember when Homer Simpson worked from home and like had the Happy
with the
Bird?
little- yeah.
So, do you want to release gas? yes.
Don't ask me twice.
The guy must have been on his phone and like butt dialed the damn release.
Yeah, pretty
Lock
much.
up.
I don't know why that would be on the internet. I mean, like it's a what do you call it? It's a pipeline. Come on.
And then
Boy,
they
this got
paid
political.
for something
Yeah.
that didn't even work.
I'm being quiet.
Midnight in Paris. What else is going on in that movie?
Not a lot.
well,
I mean,
Midnight,
it's funny.
the
If
bell
you-
tolls
well, I
twice.
still feel like the movie didn't. It like when you watch
Well-
it and you look back on it from we'll say from a literal isometric point of view. There's not much going on, but there's so much going on.
Here is one thing that really annoyed me.
What? It just reminded you of
He takes Rachel McAdams, whatever her character name is, Inez.
Inez.
He takes her to go to the past with him, and then she's like, "Nah, I'm tired of waiting. I'm gonna go. Bye." And he's like, he's
She
recalling.
is not the key.
She wanted to get laid.
He's recalling. Wait, what happened? And then he like, I did this, I did that. Oh, midnight, and then the thing.
Is he the time stone?
No.
What if she was like sleeping with that dude in like the past?
What, like in a past life?
No, like she would leave, right?
Yeah.
But she was seeing him like when he was,
Oh, dude, no, she was.
you know. I mean,
Yeah.
no. I mean, but like in the present, like, you know what I mean. Like he was 20 years ago, or
Yeah.
whenever she was in
When he
college.
was younger.
Yeah, he's like, and then she's like, "Oh my god, you look just like my student." I'm like, I am. I'm from the future. Let's have sex. You know, what if that was what was going on? Because we never really knew where she was like the whole time too, and he was married, so he had to like figure out a way to break away. Yeah. But then again, like he's like, "Let's go to my cottage out in like Ville or wherever the hell he was."
That was kind of weird because the wife is like, was it his wife? Like, what was that other?
Yeah,
lady?
it was his wife,
and she's like, "Yeah, I don't mind sharing," and I was like,
That was weird.
Like
questionable. All right.
All the present day characters sucked. Okay, I got another one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think someone in the Adam Carolla show once described Once Upon a Time in Los Angeles as a fairy tale for men.
You mean Hollywood?
There you go. Scrub that.
I've not even seen that movie yet.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as a fairy tale for men. Do you think this was a fairy tale for men? Like,
this movie.
I found it kind of annoying at some point.
I feel like this was a fairy tale for the
for Woody Allen.
Because I think when you
for the romantic.
Well, when you first pitched it, you were talking a little bit about time travel and being in different periods.
Yeah, and I think that's why I pitched it, just because I knew who I was talking to, both of you guys, like sci-fi, time travel,
the
stuff
art,
like that,
the sci-fi that I enjoyed. I didn't enjoy the characters as much, the main characters, because I don't see why he would have to be all like, "Oh, there's this new chick, she a groupie."
Yeah, we're good. Unless you guys got to be somewhere, I don't know. Because I think we did a lot of prep. So
yeah,
I got time.
No, I don't have time.
But he was all like, "Oh, true." But he's like, "Oh yeah, she a groupie. I like her. She cute." But still, like, he never had his wife in mind, his future wife in mind at all. Like he didn't really care. I found that annoying. And then like, "Oh, you cheated on me," and she's all like, "No, like you cheated on me." Yes, it's like, cool. Let's.
I think he called it cognitive dissonance.
But still, he was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And then the parents come in, and she's like, "Oh, we're breaking up." And he's like, "Well, no, we're not breaking up. Like, you can be over there. I could be over here." It's like, wait, but you're not really interested in her. Why would you stay with her? And then, like, she cheated. Yeah, why would you stay?
I don't know, man. Life gets complicated sometimes.
It does.
And I don't want to say that sometimes that doesn't make a relationship stronger. It makes a relationship different.
I agree. Probably does.
Yeah.
Not found myself in that
He's
situation.
Okay with sharing his wife.
Does.
What?
I said he's okay with sharing his wife.
I wonder if Woody Allen just like filmed the opening credits like on his own one day. Actually, I don't know why because it wasn't opening credits. It was actually just a montage.
Yeah, but it was over.
And there was opening credits after that. The only other time I've seen that is in Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
So I've seen that.
When he finds the art groupie's diary.
Yeah, how did he find that again? That was one thing that I missed.
It was that the chick, the chick he walks away with. No. He happened to be walking by this used book stand, I think it was, and
how. When he's having the diary read to him, he's sitting down on a bench with this random chick.
That's not a random chick. So that chick that you're talking about.
Was that the museum chick?
That was a museum tour guide. Yeah.
All right.
So weird. Why would it tie?
But like, wouldn't that be weird? Like, you're a worker in a museum. This random just like, "Hey, can you read this book to me?"
Well, no, he went and sought her out.
But still, like,
I mean, that seems like pretty good.
Don't you think he would read the rest of the diary? Like, don't you think it'd be weird that like it ended?
Well, it's in French, so he could read it.
No, but he stopped at the part where she's all like, "Oh yeah, I kind of like him."
Yeah.
Okay, but there's more after that.
I mean, I guess he was super excited and was like, "You know what? I'm gonna go meet her." And hey, lo and behold, he went and met her. You know, movie magic, right?
The dream never happened.
That's it. That was the end of the movie. We recommend it.
Okay, that's a recommend. I want to give it a letter grade though. I'm gonna give it a B-. How's that?
Do you want to do letter grades or we want to do like 1 out of 5s?
Same thing. A, B, C, D, F.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Whatever.
Yeah, you do one. I said B-.
B-. I'd give it a solid B. Solid B.
See you later.
He's Charlie to soft C.
Soft C.
And we were just discussing what movie we would watch next, and I was thinking, you guys don't have to say yes. Didn't like a new Fast and Furious movie come out? Should we watch something new?
Yeah, I'm down. I don't think it's out yet.
It comes out Friday, like tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys just watch it when you guys can. I'll try to watch it when I can, and we'll reconvene somewhere. I don't know if we'll get this set again.
At some point.
Yeah.
Well, no, we're going to reconvene Thursday.
Yeah.
So
we got to make this happen.
So when this drops, let's see if we can drop these on Saturday.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Okay.
So Thursday
Try
we
to
shoot.
keep it nice and consistent for y'all.
So we're going to try for Fast 9 or Fight 9. I like to call
F9.
it 9 times as fast, 9 times as
Fine.
furious.
It's fine.
Here. We need to think of a subtitle. So this one, I think...
Fast 9, the one without dinosaurs.
Were there dinosaurs in any of them?
No, but they're trying to make it so that they incorporate
Jurassic
dinosaurs.
Park.
Yeah, not even kidding.
They're trying to
Jurassic
put
World.
It's in the Jurassic Park
They're
verse?
trying
They
to
want
get Jurassic
to
World
cross-
to be incorporated with
Yeah.
Fast and Furious franchise.
That's pretty dumb.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy furious.
Well, they should incorporate it with like the
Fastosaurus
Transformers world. I think that would make more sense.
It'd be like Fast and Sick. Jurassic.
Well, I just remember 2 times as fast, 2 times as furious.
Yeah, I
Too
remember
Fast,
that.
Too Furious.
Yeah. Twice as fast, twice as furious. I thought they were so cool when
Remember
they
the,
did
one,
it.
remember the one that was just Fast and Furious?
Oh yeah, it was the Fast and the Furious. Then
Was it
fast
like
and
the
Furious.
fifth one?
Confusing.
Fast.
No, that wasn't
No,
the
that was
first
Fast
one.
5.
That was the
Fast-
was the fourth one.
Fourth
I
one?
think.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's what I'm saying.
That
Like,
was when everyone came back.
Yeah, made no sense.
yeah.
They were tired of Tokyo.
Remember when it was...
Was Jeremy Renner in that one? There was like another dude in that one.
No,
Wasn't
not
there?
Jeremy
Do
Renner.
you guys remember when
Who
the
was the
Fast
dude
and
who's
Furious
only in
franchise
that-
was
in
just
Tokyo
racing?
Drift?
No, not Tokyo Drift. Tokyo Drift. What's up with that? I remember they were filming that in L.A. They had all like the
I
rice
didn't like
rockets.
that movie, man. I like drifting. I had a drift car.
I did enjoy Tokyo Drift way more than the other ones.
The same guy's making it.
Tokyo.
I want to go to Japan.
Yeah, Japan.
Drift.
Ramen Town.
Okay, and then what else happened in the other Fast? Okay, we'll
Lots
talk.
of stuff.
We'll talk about the Fast franchise. I think I missed the last one though, but I don't think I need to catch up
I've
on it.
missed like 5 of them, so...
Okay, I'll give you the synopsis. Vin Diesel's like a badass,
It's
right?
all about family.
It's all about family. He lives a quarter mile at a time.
Popping
And-
Coronas. Bummer.
So long, my friend. Wait, how'd it go?
Oh,
So long, my friend. Copyrighted song.
Let's not do that.
Copyrighted
He's
song.
out right
Bum,
now.
bum, bum,
Start,
bum.
guys.
No,
Jeez.
you are my friend.
Yeah. All as I know, he's like, the planes that we flew were like in the air. Like, what's he talking about? You know what I'm talking about.
Don't they have a car that's gonna fly or something?
The flying car.
I don't know, man.
They're going to do Fast and Furious in space, though. I think that's the next one.
Probably. It's probably already written. Probably already
They're probably gonna
filmed
launch
in
off of
space.
SpaceX.
Hey, did you know it's easier to train oil drillers to be astronauts than astronauts to be oil drillers?
I had no idea.
A true story. It's NASA.
That's interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
So they tested that, or
Yeah, I saw it in a movie.
Oh, Armageddon. Duh.
Ben Affleck went to Michael Bay and he's like, why is it easy? Why is it easier to train oil drillers to be astronauts and not astronauts to be oil drillers? Michael Bay said, shut the up. Just shut the up.
He's like, I'll do it. I will do this. Someone's crying. Things are blowing up.
I saw
I don't even care.
I saw Bad Boys for Life and I'm like, that looks like Michael Bay. Michael Bay's in this movie.
That movie felt like Old Bay.
That was the last movie that anyone saw in theaters before the apocalypse.
I didn't. Thank God.
And I saw it on TV.
Yeah, me too.
I Netflixed it. All right. Well, I think we can call it a day. Thank you for joining us on this new. Let me sit up
Podcast here,
straight.
Dropping paperwork here.
Who works here?
Hopefully me.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Well, anyway,
us. Hopefully
thanks for joining us.
us.
I'm your host, Mark Rubalcaba, joined by Mr. Abel Pineda, Mr. Jose
Rodriguez?
Rodriguez.
And we're out.
Yeah. Clap, clap. Thank you. Okay.